Why is this race so important to you?
This race has influenced a lot of the last 3 years of my life. In fact, this race is the reason that I became an ultra runner. I still remember it was the summer of 2023. I was sitting on my couch in Idaho and I had just started running. I wouldn't even say I was a trail runner yet. I was just running on dirt roads and just discovering the sport. I was scrolling on Ultra Sign Up looking for races, and I've always been a sucker for cool names, like especially with music and stuff. And when I saw the Dark Divide, it really stuck out to me just because of the name. So I clicked on it and I saw some of the race photos, and then I went straight to the race website. And I'll never forget the first thing that it says on the race website for the 100-mile page. This is not at all a beginner level ultramarathon. And then it goes into talking about the race itself. And I just remember I was hooked. Like, I have to do this race. That stuck with me. I knew I wasn't going to do it that year, but I knew that I wanted to do it someday. And the reason I think that it became that race is because it looked so incredibly challenging and so far outside of my ability at the time that I knew that in order to complete the race, I would need to completely change who I was as both an athlete and as a person, because the mental and physical strength required to do something like that is unfathomable.
To inform you that we got nothing out of
Woohoo! Good job, runners!
All I could think about was getting to my crew, getting to the next aid station. At some point, the pain in my left leg became so bad that I couldn't really move downhill without using my poles almost as crutches. The pain at a certain point just became excruciating, and within a quarter mile of the aid station, I thought about screaming for help. I didn't think about quitting though. I never thought about quitting. I vividly remember that thought never even crossed my mind. I just always thought about what I needed to do to either fix my situation or keep moving.
That's what it's all about right there. Oh man, absolutely amazing.
So I did finally get into the aid station. My crew was asleep. I think the aid station volunteers were asleep, but they woke up first. I collapsed down onto a cot in the aid station.
It was awesome though.
Yeah,
And luckily there was an EMT
really good.
at the aid station. One of the volunteers was an EMT. And I just remember I wasn't long-winded. Like, I just told him what I needed. Someone went to wake up my crew. And I just remember thinking,
You're welcome.
Keep going.
I have to finish this race. I'm going to finish this race, but I have no idea how I'm going to take another step. And that became the focus. I was frustrated at one point earlier when, things settled down and I knew that they were safe and I knew that they just gotten lost. Yeah, I was a little frustrated, but I had a long time to process things and think about things and forgive them, because I knew that they were probably much more upset than I was about not getting to me. And yeah, we just focused on what we needed to do. At that point, that's when my wife joined me as a pacer, and we walked it in together. And we had a few hours to process everything. And it was light out by that point. I remember that was nice. And at that point, I knew I was going to finish the race. So I was at peace with that part of things. But then I got passed twice in the last 10 miles, and that was really hard. Not because winning was that important to me, or even placement, or even time. It's just because I knew that I hadn't reached my potential. And that's the whole reason that I do these things, is not to win or to beat anyone. It's just to prove to myself that I am who I think I am and who I want to be, and because of the lessons that we learn when we challenge ourselves to such extremes. Yeah, but I remember even before crossing the finish line, I was already thinking about next year. I was already thinking about improving and what I wanted to do differently. But yeah, there's just some part of me that's hardwired to always be thinking about the next thing. And that's something that I've struggled with, is trying to enjoy my achievements as they happen. But I think that's also the part of me that allows me to push so hard. I think this is going to be another key session to end a really big week. One of my biggest weeks of training ever. We are 2 weeks out from the Speed Goat 50K. Just under 2 weeks out. I can feel a shift happening. Up to this point, I've been feeling really good. Bernie Mountain 100 went really good. Lemurian Trail 15 miler went really good. I've had a lot of good training sessions, but waking up today feeling completely recovered after the week that I've had so far, things are clicking. And they're clicking in a way that they haven't before for me. And today is going to be different too. It's time to start taking some risks. Not risks as far as crazy high volume or risk of injury or anything like that, but risk in the sense of doing things that we haven't done before. I'm headed up to Mount Lassen Peak Trail, which is a little over 2 mile trail with 2,000 feet of vertical gain. And it starts around 8,500 feet and ends at about 10,400 feet. So I'm going to be doing essentially a hill repeat workout at altitude. I've never done anything like this before. 2 days ago was my first time running at above 10,000 feet. And I felt great. But I took it really easy the higher I got. And today is not going to be about taking it easy. So, this is how we grow. That is the triple Lassen Peak workout complete. Oh, feels really good to get that done. And I honestly feel really good afterwards, even on that last rep. Felt really solid. Yeah, I'm super stoked. It's a big brick stacked for Speed Goat and for Dark Divide. Oh, beautiful day too. Do you feel like, I know the race changed me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like we were both different people after that 31 hours?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. What sucks is like it changed me differently.
Yeah.
Like somehow. I'm not gonna say for the better
Yeah.
because it was so scary. And after a year, I'm still trying to figure out like what I needed to learn from it. Probably not to like completely melt down and like shut down. And I tried for hours to like keep going.
Yeah. You're talking about getting lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's like what I think of,
Yeah.
which sucks that I think of just getting lost when I think of Dark Divide.
Yeah.
I don't want to think that. I want to never have that feeling again. But I also want to like go into this next one with like a clear mind, you know, being a little more prepared in like the navigational sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have a lot of goals for this one, crew-wise.
Yeah.
And mentality-wise. I want this to be different. It has to be, it
Yeah.
will be different, but I am terrified.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
don't want that feeling leading up to it. I just want to feel more prepared as your crew, and you deserve that. So I will.
Yeah. Do you feel like if it was up to you, would you just want to put it behind you and move on? Or is there some sense of hope in going back that maybe you could rewrite the story?
My first instance is that I rather move on.
Yeah. That's understandable.
I have a completely different personality than you. I feel like you love challenging things. I don't want to speak for you, but you just thrive in it. Where I'm a little more hesitant. And I never regret doing it.
Yeah.
Like I never regret getting out of my shell or doing hard things. And I always look back on it, being grateful. But that's just like something that I have to work through.
Yeah.
And we are going back. We are going to do this. I'm not going to get lost. I keep telling myself, you know, all the things. I've done it before. I'll do it again this time, but better.
Yeah.